Hey, hi, I'm Jay. My plan is today is to teach you how to cook as a Canadian. With the Liberal government fucking our whole lives over and the rest of the bullshit going on this planet, we're gonna learn how to cook today. And I'm proud to be the one that teaches you guys how to do it. My goal is to teach you on a dime, because the Liberal government and all the other bullshit that's going on the planet, you can turn around and afford to eat. I make some high class fucking meals with a can. And that's the thing. I'm gonna use a can today to teach you how to make a homemade baked beans, because that's important to me. That you could turn around and be the one feeding your family. If you don't feed your family, well, who the fuck is gonna do it? So let's get there today. And I'm this whole video is in dedication to my friend Raj. This man has put me into this position that I don't know anything about filming. I don't know anything about anything, really, besides how to cook. And I cook like a motherfucker. That's one thing you have to understand. I am not a fuck around guy. I make food that a fucking dog will eat and be happy eating it. You know what I mean? So let's get to it. Let's enjoy this whole episode. And mind you, it's my first episode, so you are the first watching this. Not anybody else. Raj is definitely watching it. He's gonna watch this 40 fucking times. Okay, and let me explain about Raj. Raj is a man that I grew up with almost 45 fucking years now. This man has basically, I've known him, and he's an amazing person. He's forced me to be this person today that I am. And I'm proud of this person I am. I'm not that racist much anymore, just a little bit, but not that much. And this man has taught me to just be forward, go forward with yourself. Now, the other thing I gotta give it to my father. My father taught me how to cook. He's taught me how far a bucket of margarine, a piece of potato, not even a whole potato, a piece of potato, some Spam, and other shit can go far that it can actually be a gourmet fucking meal. So you should all be proud to watch this, because it's not just about me, it's history of my friends and my father. So this is where you should learn and grow. Open your fucking eyes and your fucking ears, pay attention, and let's begin. I'm happy I'm here. I'm excited about this today. It's a big deal to me. And this makes me feel fantastic. My daughter bought me this camera. The lights are a couple flashlights that Arvin had given me, so I could light up the room, so I could actually be here and talk to you in the dark. So let's begin. I'm kind of excited. I am. Hey, hi again. Well, I got good news for you today. We're actually going to be doing two meals. We're going to be doing two special meals that you can make at home out of a can. Why? Because the Liberal government's fucked us over so bad. So a lot of people got to get used to making food at home now. You just can't go out and eat all the time. So what we're going to be doing today is some homemade baked beans. And that's pretty much where we're going to start. So we should get that started. How's that? Well, for a lot of you don't know, there's a couple items here. I should have had them prepped and ready for you. But these things are called can openers. Now you can use these. These are a little bit fancier. These take the whole lid off, so you're gonna have to understand that there's a very sharp edge. These are the traditional dollar store pieces of crap that will save your hands. You know what I mean? So we're going to go with the dangerous ones today, but it makes life so easy. It holds a can at the same time. Now, this is challenging for a lot of people because you have to hold it and turn it at the same time. But look at that. It's off. Okay, so that was the beginning of it, okay? Now this is the beans. It's a whole can of baked beans. You take that and you just put it in a pot. Shake the hell out of it a little bit. Now these beans are from North Korea. Another thing that's going on since COVID, as Canadians, we're pretty lucky. We're getting a lot of strange foods from weird countries being delivered so that we can use them. So, like, they smell like shit. But the bonus about today is because we're making 2 meals. Because my wife is so fucking picky, I have to make her. I gotta make her another canned meal. We're gonna make basically today. We're gonna make 2 fantastic meals. One I'm going to enjoy, and realistically, the other one she's gonna get clam chowder with shrimp and scallops in it because she's fucking special. So look at that. They're already ready to go. Just add that on there. Get a little fire going underneath it here, and that's it. You just got to get that fire going. But once that's going, your beans are already on their way. Now you can add some seasoning to it, a little bit of garlic, like that, and that's it. You know, if you want to spice it up a bit, so you don't feel like an idiot. And over here, we're going to be doing some, what do you call it, the egg noodles, broad ones, because she's picky again and she felt like some pasta. So I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in there, just a bit, and then I'm probably going to douse it with some more garlic and a little bit of salt, because she's pretty fucking special. You know, she needs the extra shit. I told her I was making one thing and she fucking had to have the other. So that's what we're making right now, guys. So let's get that shrimp prepared for her, okay? I could use raw, but I'm gonna go with the cooked, so it saves me a lot of time because I'm wasting a lot of time here. I'm gonna throw down, let them thaw out a little bit. So it's special that way. Okay, and you still got more for another meal, you know what I mean? If you really want to make another meal, you can go ahead and make another meal with them. I'm making goddamn shrimp. Anyway, this stuff's going great. Fantastic. See how quick everything is all at once here. So that's pretty much done. We get some scallops in here and move them off to the side. Oh, that was what? But too many. Oh shit, one fell on the floor. Oh, 10-second rule. Hey, 10-second rule. That's great having you guys back in the kitchen again today. So yeah, let's get rid of these can openers, okay? That'll be it. That's important. Would you be injured with your shit in the house, eh? So once you got everything going, you got a little time to fuck around or go have a shit or whatever you need to do. But we'll talk about that later. So everything's cooking now. We'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. Well, that was exciting. I had to go have a shit. So here we are with the beans. I'm gonna lower the temperature a little bit because they're very exciting. Now this meal is almost done. That's the other thing. Just so you know, like, depending, you're gonna make this gourmet shit for your wife, or you know, just a regular meal. And because Canadians are on a path to go broke because of our liberal government, you're going to have to get used to fancy meals like this. You know, this meal has such a history, baked beans. It's been around for centuries, you know what I mean? Like, you got to think, yeah, out there in the bush and people didn't have anything, they'd be eating baked beans with, you know, other roadkill kind of stuff. Let's get these noodles in that pot since we're getting there with the steam. Put those noodles in there, there's some. I'm going to throw a couple extra in because she might be hungry. I don't want her bitching at me. I'm going to throw some more in there. There we go. Oh, shit, that looks good. This smells like boiled pasta right now, so there is some benefits to that, but let's get this out of the way here. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's start the main part of this this thing. So once again, we've got like a fish soup from North Korea. I think Trudeau's got us set up to get that stuff in. I don't know how, but it's pretty amazing. And the fish soup stuff, it's pretty nice stuff if you ask me. And once again, I'm using that tricky can opener that we were speaking about earlier. So once you get the cans open, you really have to watch your hands. The top of the can could be very, very sharp. So we're going to get this dealt with. get them out of the way just so that I'm not severely cutting myself again. I'm going to the hospital for stitches and shit. So I've got their specialized tool for getting shit out of cans here, see? So what happens now, I'm going to move this over a little bit so we have some more room. Bring this one over, and we're going to put the special North Korean white seafood soup in here. And yeah, that's it. Noticing a lot of tentacles and stuff like that, which is probably very nutritious for you. So we're back again. I'm just going to discard these cans because some homeless people might come by and try to get them out of my garbage can. So we're just going to dispose of these. And yeah, it's Jesus Christ, Chris. Fuck. Oh fuck, we're back again. Alright, so now we're at the one point. I think the beans are almost done, so you should be excited about that. I am. Because, you know, realistically, beans have been around in Canada for so fucking long. Like, you've smelt these bastards in all kinds of different places that you've been, I guarantee it. So this is one of the proud moments of my life, making beans. I love making beans. It's not even about me, it's just, you get the sneakers once in a while. When you're at a grocery store or something, you like the night before you might have had a lot of beer and some beans, and you're walking around the store and a creeper comes out, and you get to watch them walk through it. And you tell me you always remember those moments, right? Or sitting in the office and one creeps out and your boss walks by, or another coworker. It's exciting stuff, isn't it? So we're almost done that. So what we're going to do now is we've already started the whitefish soup. Now the most expensive thing in the meal is that brand name Campbell's soup. It's another amazing product. Well, we're going to chuck a little bit of that in. Just for the color and the richness of those big goddamn fucking mushrooms. And you know what? Since I brought that up, mushroom soup, we're gonna you know what? We're gonna throw another can, not the expensive ones, but another can of those mushrooms, because those mushrooms have such an amazing flavor. They taste like shit. So we're gonna get that can opener again for the fucking 5th time I think today. We got that can opener going again. Now this can's almost open. Oh, it's good. There we go. Okay. I just realized we're gonna have to get another fancy tool out of the cupboard. And there we go. Let's get that water out of those cans so those mushrooms will taste a lot better instead of like dog shit. There we go. We got all the mushrooms out of this. And we're gonna rinse them off a little bit. Well, see, the one bonus about a mushroom, it's almost like a drug. It absorbs everything. Once it's absorbed, it'll taste like that fishy tentacle shit and all that other crap. So we'll get all this put away here. And again, it's always handy having a cloth around because you are going to make a fucking mess. Another thing she bitches at me about every fucking time I'm cooking. But anyway, let's get back to cooking. Here we go. Okay. Now, this is a bit of a challenging part. It's the shrimp processing. Shrimp have to be processed in a certain manner because they're shrimp. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to sit here and we're gonna yank the tails off them because she doesn't like the tails. She tells me that they're crunchy. You know, I use them quite a bit. I enjoy the tails. I like deep frying and leaving them on because I think for the most part they're pretty nutritious. They taste like a chip when you're done deep frying them. So you're going to pop all the fucking tails off these bricks. And again, is everybody having a great day today? I just want to make sure, you know, everybody's happy and enjoying themselves. I've had, oh God. I've had 2 good shits today. I noticed that I'm very regular in the mornings lately, and it could be that coffee that we've switched up to because the government, again, has raised the price on so much shit. So, here we go. I got all those little fancy shrimp. And I'm not talking a little bit. I got a whole bunch of little fuckers. We're going to throw them right in there. Watch this. Right in. See? Now, see, there's another issue though that we're gonna have, because when you're doing this, the scallops aren't gonna cook as well as the shrimp will. Shrimp really doesn't need a lot of heat to do anything. Let's get rid of this garbage too, because she'll get fucking mad at me. We get rid of that. Something smells like it fucking died. So we got these little fuckers ready. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a smaller pan for the scallops. We're gonna drop them in, like so. After that, you're gonna get yourself a nice piece of butter. Be generous. Don't be cheap with butter ever. Butter is like cow semen, you know? That's the best thing that comes out of a cow. Cow semen is butter, basically, in my mind. And that's what I've read in books. Butter is like cow semen. We're having a problem starting fire now. Don't know why, but we'll find out soon. No fire still. But that motherfucker does not want to start. We're going to start something here and get a bigger fire on this one. And hopefully there's enough gas in the room to ignite the whole area. There we go. See, that was pretty creative of me. Okay, gotta check on this pasta. Because the pasta is doing something special over here, making a lot of noises. And you want a lot of noises out of your pasta. That means it's cooking. Now, Asian noodles don't have to be cooked as much as all the other fucking noodles, because it's cheaper. And that's what people don't understand. You can buy a cheap noodle, you can buy expensive noodles. Now, these beans look really fantastic. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do here. See, I've used the water in the noodles for two purposes, because I had white cream all over this. So when you put it in the hot water, it washes it off. So now I can go back to my beans to give them a stir. Okay, those fancy ass beans are done. Woo! I'm impressed with that shit. Not really. So we've got that going. We've got these scallops going on the back, so we're getting pretty close to getting this shit ready, guys. Now we've got to strain that water. Let's strain that water out of those noodles. Now I don't know how many other people have done it, but watch your hands, because it is hot water and you could be burned. So let's get to that now. What's that strainer? Motherfucker. Buried, probably. Cocksucker. Buried way back in the back of the cupboard. Or she knows I need to use it every goddamn day almost. So let's get this pot, let's get this strainer in the sink here, so I'm not burning myself profusely once again. Let's get this out. Oh yeah, those handles are hot, but I got it. Look at that, nice little rubber tips on them, you know. You're dumping that water and those noodles. Now don't get rid of the pot, because this is one of the big processes that we're going to be doing and showing you here. So you can take this and put this over here, right there on the thing again. Let's get the water shook out of this. You can hear it falling. I hear it falling. Get back over here in this pot. Immediately almost. Oh shit. See, now we've dropped the noodle. Now something gooey and sticky like that, you don't throw back in the pot. It's a beautiful noodle though. So again, everything's being homemade and home baked in this house. That's why it's homemade. So this guy could go down a little bit, because you don't want that heating up too much. Because you do that, you'll end up with some burnage. And again, you don't want burnage on your wife's very expensive shrimp and scallop fucking clam chowder soup. So let's get this done. There we go. Let's get some of these beans potted. Because that is what today's show is about, is the beans. I'm a little lost here. I'm missing stuff. Why? Because she probably put it somewhere else. So I'm going to spend an additional few minutes looking for stuff. Oh wait, I moved it. Once again, she's right without even being in the same room. It's fantastic. Saved me a whole other argument that I noticed that I moved it, not her. So let's get this done, huh? Get this fancy thing out here. We've got some garlic. So let's get some of these beans out of here. So rich and flavorful. We're gonna pop them so that everybody's aware. Oh. So they're like that. There we go. Now, to me, that looks pretty boring. That's right. That's really, really boring beans. So we're gonna spice them up. They're already spicy beans because I would like to. We've been sponsored by this bean corporation. They're called Ass Blasters from North Korea, and they're a beautiful bean. Now they're hot already, but what we're going to do is add a little more spice. So there we go, some chili peppers in them, and they're not normal. These are hot chili peppers. So we come over here. Let's not fuck around today. We've got real garlic sitting on the counter here. We're not going to use a lot. What we're going to do is we're going to take the real garlic that we have, mix it up a little bit. We're going to throw a dab in the top there. That's what you want to do. And then for the finish, well, almost the finish, some nice cheese. And I think this is goat cheese from Iraq. Because right now we got another trading agreement. Because we're running out of food well, pretty much not just Ontario, Canada, we're running out of food. And a little bit of parsley to top that up. Now that little boring beans that I showed you earlier, didn't look that fancy, did they? Can I get that? Is that on the camera? There we go. There's those boring beans. They look amazing, don't they? Yeah. Shit. So yeah, I've got that meal done. And see how quick that and easy that was? And you could feed a family on that. You could feed a family of like 6, definitely on the beans, you know? So let's get away from there. So we've got our other stuff going on now. Let's get the beans to the back. Our noodles are doing fine. We're gonna add some more garlic. We're gonna add some garlic to those noodles you got. Why? Because you can. A little parsley, just for color. Oh, that doesn't work. So we go the other way. Add the garlic there. Oh yeah, there you go. Lots of that garlic we've got. A little bit more olive oil. Why? Because it looks fancy. And if somebody asks you something, hey, no, that's the olive oil that you're tasting, and they feel like they're at a restaurant. You know, it's all about just knowing that you're having olive oil, not like fucking corn oil or fucking some shit like that. You're actually having olive oil. Now, we're going to use real butter. And why we're going to use real butter is for that garlic. Because that garlic that we saw earlier, all of that, we're going to throw in this whole fucking thing. Why? Because I'm filming it. Usually I wouldn't use this much of anything. So let's get back over to here. Let's get the other garlic. Let's throw that fucker in there too. Look at, watch. Ooh, lots of garlic. Okay, so now you get into the butter. Now you don't go with a little bit of butter. You go with a lot of butter. Why? Because butter always makes things better. See the butter? It's a little bit of butter. Not enough, I say. Go with another scoop of butter. Because this is going to go straight to your ass. Right there. See, that's in there already. And that was pretty simple, that part of it. The boiling water is pretty technical sometimes, but what happens when you boil the water is when you realize it's steaming, you know it's boiling. So let's get this mixed up a bit. Now again, I'm going to put a dirty spatula in there. When I'm done, this is amazing. It's just like a dishwasher when you got noodles and butter together. You just spin it around a little bit. Just like this. Get that garlic spread all out in there. You want that garlic pretty much everywhere in here. Because that's the important part of this meal. What I tell you, like spotless. Fucking amazing. Just check these fuckers out. Now see, the scallops are going, but you're getting the liquid out of the scallops right now. So there's a lot of liquid. We're going to go back over the strainer. We're going to strain that butter that I've put in. And we're going to replenish that butter. Why? Because you're just pulling water. All you're doing is pulling water. So that's back on there. Let's get another ton of butter. Get another 6 ounces of it. There we go. See? Once that's done, you're almost done the meal. Come back over here. Get this big boy of stir. Look at that. Oh, Jesus Christ. It smells like fucking Mexican pussy. Definitely smells fucked up. But even if it smells like Mexican pussy, it doesn't mean it's bad yet. It's depending on the seasoning that you put in after. Because you can change a whole flavor of almost anything by adding seasoning. Because that fucking seafood Mexican pussy's pretty fucking bad. But it will go away. I'm sure of it. So we've got a lot of shrimp. We've got a lot of other things happening here. I'm going to move this over. We're going to switch these to this to this. So I can get a little more heat here, right? Let's get these fuckers hot. And now we got the scallops on there going hot, full tilt. My handle broke. And I'm going to turn down the soup in the back a little bit here. Because you don't want the soup overcooking. So once that's done, we're good. That's the biggest problem, is knowing when you're good. I've only had 4 beer, so I'm not good yet. I'm getting there, but I'm not there yet. So that's one of the things you got to think about too. When you're cooking, liquor yourself as much as possible. Because you can see how stressed I am from doing this. I got a lot of things. I got 4 things on the go: multitasking, drinking, and smoking. And that's how kitchens work. And that's why you got to be careful with sharp objects like cans and shit, because you can severely cut yourself. I mean, you don't want to do that in the kitchen. So we've got shit going on, man. We really got it going on. And this is what makes me proud, you know? Turning around knowing that I could do multiple things still at my age and not fuck up that bad. This is a big thing for me today. She's upstairs sleeping, you know what I mean? And I'm making her shit, you know? So when she gets up tomorrow morning and starts yelling at me about something, you got something to hold against people, you know what I mean? You don't have to worry about all this other shit. I've done this, this, and this, and made myself my own fucking beans today. So fuck her. Where's the dog? Look at this, they're browning up nicely, see? It's all about the browning. Get those scallops done, they throw some, and you throw that grease and oil in there, you throw that right in that fucking soup, the flavor, oh God. Let me explain that. It tastes like a fucking skunk, fuck the Mexican broad, and the garlic takes away all that nasty ass taste. Because all you taste is butter and garlic in the end. I love these days when we can sit here and cook together. See, I have an Indian friend. Not that Native American. I got an Indian friend, you know, like those sand people. He eats some hot shit. But that man's mother can cook. I got him here, and this guy, he knows what he's doing. And he doesn't gain weight. I've known him for, well, pretty much 45 fucking years. He just doesn't gain weight. Look at that. Now they're all browned up. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. All browned up. Pot, grease, oil, all in that motherfucker. You see that? Okay, that's done. See, that was a challenging part. Let's move that. Close this one. Water's off. Noodles are done. Look at, we're more than halfway there. Alright. Again, we'll use the chili peppers, but we ain't gonna fuck around. Because when she farts tomorrow, has a shit in the morning, this is gonna burn. Chili peppers in there. Right in there. Clam shrimp chowder. And I didn't fuck around. I mean, I put a lot in there. I'll even lift it up. You see how many are in there now? Ah, that'll burn the rectum in the morning. And that's a beautiful sound to hear. Especially when you're out there trying to enjoy a pot of coffee and she's harping on you about something. Well, that moment she goes inside, you know she's going to feel the clam chowder. So that's a little bit of a payback in a nicer way that, you know, you're not hurting anybody's feelings. Alright, that's beautiful. I think we're done almost here. So I think I'm going to give her the option. I'm going to leave the noodles separate. I'm not going to mix the two. Why? Because I don't want her yelling at me again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a bowl. Once again, because I know what I'm doing and I'm trained and I'm a professional. I'm going to take one of these dirty spoons again. See that? It's dirty. Come over this thing. This is a sink. And I know there's a lot of people in Canada that don't know how to wash a fucking dish. I'm just putting hot water on this one. See that? I don't know if you can see it on the camera there, but I'm just running hot water over it. That's amazing because I've seen a lot of pigs in Ontario and Canada. Look at that. It's even shiny because it's wet still, but there's nothing on it. So let's start this. Let's plate this, okay? Because I know you're excited as I am. Mix this up a little bit. You got to make sure everything's mixed. So that's the big thing. Make sure it's all mixed up. You get the noodles. You see how they're steaming. More noodles, right there. And here's some more. There we go. That looks pretty plain all by itself, doesn't it? That's right. Let's go to the heavy stuff now. Let's get this shit mixed up a little bit more here. So, I don't know if I've told her I'm making this, but she knows. So there we go. One big scoop. Two big scoops. What the fuck? Look at that meaty fucking scoop. Okay, now what you can do again, because look at now it looks like something that the dog threw up. But now you can come over here, a little bit of garlic, not a lot, just a little bit of garlic on the top. That's more for fanciness. This is purely for fanciness. Parsley again. There's the, come on, where the fuck are you? Come on, taking an hour. There we go, some parsley on top, and that's it. That's all you need. This motherfucker can go off. You finished. You finished your meal. I did all that. We're done. That's it. We're done. I'm gonna get her a fork. A nice fancy fork. Napkin. And I'll be right back. See how I've done this though today. What you've done is I've made 2 full meals. Meals that could, if we didn't get the clam chowder shit going on and we stuck with the beans today, we could have fed a lot of people. We could have fed a small camp of people with just beans alone. But I didn't have to get the shrimp, the scallops, the noodles, and time cooking. Like, I know it was a challenge, but realistically, what would you want? Honestly, you're not getting the cheese. You're not getting this fancy cheese with this. You're just getting a white sauce on some fucking plain Jane noodles that probably cost about $18 to make. This, I got that can from North Korea, home baked beans, like homemade, because I cooked them here, for 50 cents. And they smell kind of fishy too, but you know, this is North Korea. I got packaging issues, work-related issues. That country is, I mean, it's an up-and-coming country. Their nuclear testing is fantastic. Like, I mean, they're growing, and they're growing rapidly. Okay, let me get this up to her, and then I'll be back in a bit. And I'm back. And P.S., I'm not cleaning a fucking thing up. I'm going drinking now. Shut your fucking mouth or you'll end up on that dinner plate, you motherfucker. Hey, we're back. So after all of that, I'm hoping that you understand and learn something like I did. The food that we cook today is going to nourish your family, and maybe a couple other families depending on our situation. So that we've all learned a few things today, is that you can cook yourself. You know, minus those, you know, I know a lot of the things that I use today is very technical for a lot of you. Because craft dinner and stuff like that is a challenging meal, and we all know that, especially being Canadians. We fought hard to learn how to get away from the boiling water and the sharp objects in the kitchen. And we've made it through. As a group and as a country, we've gotten past that. So the point is here is what I'm trying to say, is that we're all capable. We're all capable of feeding our own families. And you've learned that today, and if you don't know that from before. Because if you don't, you're pretty much a fucking idiot. And let me go back to something I said earlier in the video about the Mexican pussy. Mexican pussy doesn't all smell like that. Usually that's one from a Gulf Coast or the Pacific Coast, and they smell pretty fucking bad. It's because their diet. And like I know my diet. When I shit, it smells like not one barn, but maybe 5 barns sometimes. So understanding that and getting past that, I didn't mean to come off the wrong way. That's something I gotta apologize for. And you know what? My wife enjoyed her meal tonight, so we're all happy. And that's one thing. You can go to bed tonight or wake up in the morning, watch this video, and be happy the rest of the day that you've actually fucking learned how to use a can opener, how to open a can, and make food. That's what I'm proud of. I'm giving to you as a person so you can learn something instead of being a doughhead or whatever. Because if you're watching this video, you got to be a stupid motherfucker. So now I'm happy that you've learned something from me. I've given something to you, and that's all that matters, you know? Like, again, the beans. The history of the beans, I'm not sure. I know it's centuries, maybe even thousands of years the beans have been around. But now you might be able to use the internet, look this up yourself, and figure out that a bean is a cookable product that you can make food from. So that you can live, give nutrition to your family and your children, and grow and teach people how to continue. It's like what they say in that fucking stupid book that the book that was written, the Bible. You teach a man how to fish, he can feed himself the rest of his life. You give him a fish, he's gonna starve and fucking die. And that's what you get from the Bible. You know what I mean? Learn how to do something yourself so you can be self-dependent, and that makes you a fucking person. Not just a Canadian, a fucking person. And again, the washing the dishes thing, learn how to use soap. Like, that's pathetic. When I walk into a kitchen, I see dirty plates all over the place. You know, wash that shit up. Or get yourself a wife and get her to do it for you. Well, thanks a lot. And thanks for being here for my first episode. And trust me, there's going to be more to come. I think I'm doing chicken fajitas or something next week. And we're going to use a can of canned chicken, and make fajitas, which is very exciting. Because now you don't have to go and pick out a piece of meat that costs you $19. You can use a 99-cent or $1.99 can of chicken. And you can make yourself chicken fajitas, and you'll look better than the Mexicans down the street. All right, we'll see you again. Thanks for tuning in. These stupid motherfuckers are watching this shit. And you're sure they're gonna watch this shit.